expect so much of themselves to start with. Vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
We've got Brooks. Portis is out there at Noah. Then there's Mirotic. And it's Holiday in at the two-guard spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket. I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And here is Brooks after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. Here's Mirotic. Excellent defense there from Smith.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Irving kicks to Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now here is Mirotic. Here's Holiday. Rebound by Smith. Cavaliers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Bulls trail by 5, knocks it loose, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected.
Here's Gibson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his airspace, and that was far from it.
Here's Dellavedova, defended by Butler. The arc so far tonight. Here's Rose. The teardrop falls in. Now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Now here's Butler following the shot by Tristan Thompson. That's good.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Love dishes to Smith. They set the screen. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Timeout called Cleveland. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Fry comes in for Tristan Thompson. And James subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Gasol sends it back.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the back end. And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues. but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Shumpert comes in for J.R. Smith. Here's Shumpert. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. He shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
3-on-3. Shumpert passes to Irving. The 11-footer. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, an understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
McDermott's checked in for Taj Gibson. Now here's Rose. Dunleavy for three. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Excellent, excellent transition passing there, guys. Straight to the hoop.
Bulls have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Got it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a close.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, they were lighting it up. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
See, Ernie, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I was the king of this. See, you got to pound that ball in the paint, and they were doing that. I like to see more of the same in the second half. Don't start shooting jumpers now.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 10 points and 4 assists.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Nice D from Rose. Chicago trailing here. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Irving, good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Rose. 10 points for him. Dunleavy's shot is off. The drive by Smith. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships, some already calling him the best small forward to ever play the game.
Bulls making a switch here. Brooks checked in.
Getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And just look at LeBron, Clark, in a historical context. Last season, he became the first player since Bill Russell and his Celtics to make it to the NBA Finals 5 consecutive years.
Boy, I tell you what, it says even more about LeBron that whenever he leaves a team, they miss the playoffs. No matter what team he's on, they're favorites to win their conference.
Now, here's Irving, and there's the feed to James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Love. And another miss by Cleveland. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Brooks. And stolen by LeBron. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. The shot's good from Smith. And now a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Butler against Smith. Back to Brooks. Again, Chicago.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Irving against Brooks. Love with the screen on Brooks. And a wide open look for Irving. That 3 off the mark.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Now, here is Irving. Passes it to Love. There's the pick. He kicks to James. Smith with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continue to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
McDermott's checked in for Chicago. And then for Cleveland, Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Shumpert comes in for Smith, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Shumpert. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Shumpert's got 5 points so far.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
The drive by Noah. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
Here's McDermott. And the Bulls with another miss.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie. The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Dellavedova kicks to Shumpert. From downtown, the shot is off, and it's Chicago the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something right. And he gets it to go.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
There's the pick. And the pass to LeBron. Puts up the baby hook. Holiday with the block. McDermott. It's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Dellavedova. Joakim Noah grabs the miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Inside. Misses the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Cleveland leading by 4. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Dunleavy is out there with Mirotic, and it's Gasol right at the center filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. That's good for Mirotic on the assist by Rose. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. The Cavaliers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Irving kicks to Love, and he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Rose. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injuries.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
Now here's Butler after LeBron James's miss. Now Dunleavy feeds it to Butler. Left side Gasol. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here to tie it up. And right through it goes. Gasol's got the game tied up here for Chicago. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Shot A. I like that, Greg.
And the Cavaliers call time here. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Mirotic.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds. And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Bulls trail by 3.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
Here's James following the score by Derrick Rose. Love kicks to LeBron. Cleveland moving the ball around. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. On up the court. The kick out to Rose. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Now here's Irving. It's a pick by Love. Irving dishes to Love. And Gasol sends it back. And they get it back. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And he sinks the second.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
The Bulls have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Butler on the wing. He feeds it to Dunleavy. To the wing right side. And Gibson wide open. He shoots. No good from the wing. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Wallace with it. Now guarded by Gibson. He was all alone on that. 13 points for J.R. Smith.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And again, no good by Chicago.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Outside for Gasol. Hits the outside fadeaway. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the Cavaliers call time here. And so here's Cleveland. It's a three-point game. Shoots off the screen. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Smith. And that's 17 points for Kevin Love. And stolen by Irving. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Stolen by Thompson. Love wide open. He fires. Here's James. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on an 11-2 run. Irving double team. Look from Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now it's a 9-point Cavalier lead.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the 4th quarter. And Thompson throws it down.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And Gasol gets it to go.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Love the pass to LeBron. Love kicks to James, and he jams it with authority.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Gasol dishes to Gibson. Pass to Dunleavy. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and he gets it to go. And they go to the intentional foul.
Chicago foul. Jimmy Butler.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Chicago foul call.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
That's his first personal foul.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Off target from outside. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for Bulls.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. The drive by Brooks. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know.
LeBron, they made a great...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie, along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from light.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right. It's...
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Nets will look to their home court advantage, just one game here in Brooklyn. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are two rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3 spot. Outside Jack. Screen by Young. Back to Jack. Fires from deep. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. On defense, Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. It's tipped. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Butler. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Jack against Rose.
And entertaining than just doing old ho-hum one-handed. And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes all again.
Now Rose, following Jarrett Jack's 3-point attempt. Kicks it to Butler.
A lot of their offense from the interior today.
And Gibson wide open. He shoots.